Hey, welcome back. Let me ask you something that might hit a little close to home. Have you ever been around a woman and you felt like something was there, something subtle, unspoken, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it? Maybe it was the way she looked at you a little too long, or the way she laughed a little harder at your jokes than anyone else in the room, or how she found reasons to just be around, and yet nothing ever came of it. No confession, no obvious signs, just this strange feeling that she might have been into you, but you'll never know. Well, here's the truth. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she almost never comes out and says it, not directly, but there are always signs, real signs, the kind that most guys miss because they're looking for something louder, something bolder, something that screams, "I like you." But women don't usually work like that. At least not when it's real, not when it's secret, and that's exactly what we're talking about today. Because if you've ever been confused by mixed signals, or you're wondering if that one woman in your life feels something more than she lets on, you're gonna want to hear this. Let's start with something that happens all the time, especially with women who are trying to keep their feelings under wraps. It's subtle, and you have to be tuned into it. It's the way she shifts her attention. Now here's what I mean. You're in a group setting, maybe you're with friends, co-workers, whatever, and you notice she always somehow ends up near you. Not in a way that's obvious, she's not clinging to your side, but she orbits you. You'll catch her glancing at you when someone else is talking. You say something, and she watches your face like she's studying you. Not because she's obsessed, but because she cares. That's the key. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, there's this quiet curiosity in her behavior. She wants to understand you. She wants to read between the lines of everything you say. She pays attention, not because she has to, but because she can't help it. And here's where it gets even deeper. She remembers things, small things. That time you mentioned your favorite sandwich spot 3 weeks ago, she brings it up out of nowhere. That song you said you liked in passing, she shares it with you like it just popped into her head. It's not a coincidence. She's listening because your voice stands out from the noise. Now here's the trap most guys fall into. They think, well, maybe she's just being friendly. And sure, maybe she is. But when friendliness turns into a pattern of personal attention, emotional focus, and a soft kind of presence, that's not just kindness, that's attraction in disguise. Let's get a little more personal. You ever have that moment when you're talking to her and she kind of opens up, like unexpectedly? She starts telling you things she doesn't usually share with anyone. Things about her past, her fears, maybe her family, or dreams she doesn't usually admit. That's not just a sign of comfort. That's vulnerability. And vulnerability is a massive clue that she feels something for you. Because women don't open up like that to just anyone. It takes trust. It takes an emotional connection. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she doesn't always flirt. She might not touch you or bat her eyelashes or lean in close. Sometimes what she does instead is much more powerful. She lets you into her world. Think about that. In a world where everyone's guarded, where most people put up a front, when a woman starts peeling back those layers for you, that's not accidental. It means she wants to be seen by you. She wants you to know her beyond the surface, because if you see her and still choose her, that's real. And let's talk about how she acts when other women are around you. This part is so revealing and so few guys notice it. You might catch a flicker in her expression when you mention another woman, a pause, a little silence. Maybe she gets quiet, or maybe she suddenly makes a joke, teasing you, playing it off. But something shifts. That's not jealousy in the dramatic sense. It's a quiet conflict. She wants to hide it, but it leaks out anyway. Because here's the thing, when a woman is secretly attracted to you, even if she hasn't told you, she already feels a little like you're hers, even if she knows that's irrational. That emotion, that tiny sting she tries to hide, that's real. And yet, she'll keep playing it cool. She won't confess, because deep down she's scared of what happens if you don't feel the same way. Let me tell you a quick story. A guy I know, let's call him Mark, had this co-worker. Super smart, kind, a little shy. They worked together for almost 2 years, always got along, shared jokes, long conversations during coffee breaks. He thought they were just friends. He started dating someone else. Nothing serious. A few weeks in, that co-worker stopped talking to him, not in a rude way, just distant. Short replies, no more shared laughs. It was like the connection got unplugged overnight. He was confused, thought he must have offended her. Months later, after she left the job, they ran into each other at a cafe, and she told him finally that she had feelings for him that whole time, that she thought maybe he felt the same, but she wasn't sure. And when he started dating someone else, it hurt too much to keep pretending. Now, what's the point of this story? The signs were there, but Mark wasn't paying attention. He didn't see that her loyalty, her curiosity, her emotional presence, they all pointed to something deeper. A woman who's secretly attracted to you often won't tell you until it's too late. Not because she's playing games, but because her heart's on the line. And unless she's 100% sure you feel the same, she's going to stay in that safe space of plausible deniability. She'll joke. She'll hint. She'll say things like, "You're so easy to talk to," or "I feel like I can tell you anything." But she won't say, "I like you," unless you make her feel safe enough to. So what do you do with all this? First, look beyond the obvious. Attraction isn't always loud. In fact, the most powerful kind usually isn't. It's quiet, personal, subtle. Pay attention to the energy between you. Does she light up around you in a way that feels different from how she is with others? Does she seek out emotional connection, not just small talk? Is there a softness in her eyes when she looks at you, a kind of stillness that doesn't need words? Second, trust your intuition. That feeling you sometimes get, that sense that something's there. Don't ignore that. Your gut knows more than your logic sometimes. But most importantly, be the kind of man who sees her, really sees her, not just her appearance, but her heart, her story, her little quirks, her pauses. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, what she's looking for is a man who isn't just chasing the loudest signals, but who's aware enough, present enough, to notice what most guys overlook. When you see her, when you listen, when you give her that sense of emotional safety, that's when everything changes. That's when the secret feelings come to the surface. Because here's the truth. Attraction doesn't always start with fireworks. Sometimes it starts in silence, in glances, in memories, in moments that feel like nothing until they feel like everything. So the next time you find yourself wondering if she feels something more, don't look for the signs everyone else is chasing. Look for the signs that only someone who gets it would ever notice. That's how you'll know. Thanks for watching today. If this video hit home or made you think of someone in your life, don't keep it to yourself. Leave a comment, let's talk about it. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because we've got so much more coming on attraction, psychology, and real connection. Until next time, stay sharp, stay grounded, and pay attention, because someone might be watching you, and she's waiting for you to see her.